Well now, let me spin you a yarn 'bout Johnny, the cowboy of suburbia. The story begins with Johnny stepping out his front door. Sunlight hitting him square, boots crunching the porch steps. He squints out at the tall grass swaying lazy like it's mocking him. Pulls that door open, and there it is, the John Deere. Johnny climbs aboard, pulls the cord, and the Deere coughs awake. Now the work begins. Johnny drops that blade and sets off, cutting his lawn row by row, back and forth, neat as fence posts lined in a row. The Deere hums, steady as a fiddle, while clippings fly high and settle like green snow. Johnny leans into the rhythm, humming his tune. Johnny with a Y, John with an H, mowing together, straight as a stake. Grass falling to order under the steel bite of the Deere, Friday turning into a hymn of work well done. Neighbours peek out their windows, seeing stripes fall in perfect lines. Some wave, some tip their hats, but Johnny, he just keeps riding, eyes on the horizon of his little patch. A quick story. One sunny afternoon, a man sat on a park bench, unwrapping his sandwich with the precision of a surgeon. Suddenly, a squirrel appeared, not from the bushes, mind you, but from the sky, landing softly on a bicycle that wasn't there a moment ago. Without hesitation, it snatched the sandwich, waved a tiny paw like a polite handshake, and disappeared into a puddle that smelled faintly of cinnamon. The man blinked. He held a fork that had never existed and wondered if the cookie he was supposed to trade had just winked at him. Birds overhead murmured something about Tuesdays, and somewhere in the distance, a trumpet played a tune that made the clouds bend sideways. By the time he left the park, the squirrel was nowhere to be seen, the sandwich was partly invisible, and the man was certain he had never actually owned shoes. And yet he laughed, because maybe, just maybe, the squirrel had been laughing too. Johnny cuts the throttle. The hum quiets to a purr. He swings down, grabs the bag and hauls that mountain of clippings to the bin. With a grunt and a heave, the job is tossed away, leaving only the fresh stripes behind. Then Johnny sets to work on his partner, detaching the mower deck, unbuckling the beast so the Deere can ride easy. He hitches it back onto his little tow trailer, tidying up like a cowboy brushing down his horse after a long ride. And now, with the sun slipping low, Johnny steers the Deere back to its stall. Shed waits, shadows stretching long. He drives her in, eases off the throttle, and shuts her down. Silence fills the air, the kind of quiet that only comes after work's been done right. Now he proceeds to cool down, thrusting his body into the large water-filled hole in the ground. That's a wrap on Johnny and his trusty John Deere. Thanks for watching, folks. Be sure to tune back in for more tales from the yard and beyond.